Yeah. Oh baby, oh. Oh mama, oh. Oh baby, you know I love you. Baby, I want you to take it, baby. The way you moving and making the people go crazy. The way you smile, you're killing the people. With your face, man, you're killing the people. With your lips, you're killing the people. With your hips, I said.
Hello and a pleasant welcome to LSV's One-on-One. I am your host, Carney Itoka. This show brings you exclusive interviews with Liberia's hottest celebrities and is proudly sponsored by Liberian Stars. On my first episode, my guest happens to be a media personality, an upcoming actress, and a nails polish brand owner. She goes by the birth name Grace Hawawia, but her fans call her the Master Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest, Master Queen. Hey,
how you doing?
Anyways, happy pre-birthday.
Oh, thank you.
So anything planned for the birthday or?
This birthday is major, is big for me because I hit the big number.
Right,
So
okay.
yes,
And that big number happens to be?
I'm going to be 30 years
Wow,
old.
pretty old. Wow.
Yes. So this year birthday, we have an international artist Yaya from Nigeria.
Wow, okay.
Is coming because it's a double theme birthday, the royal birthday. That's how we call it, as Rapstar Living Free. Bashu and Monique and I joined together. So the 28th is going to be so exclusive. Yes. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Okay, so Master Queen, I hope you're having a good time with us at LSV.
Of course, I'm having an amazing time.
Okay.
It's always good to be with LSV.
Okay. So now tell us, how did you get involved into media broadcasting? How did it start for you?
It was a journey. I remember 2008. I started media broadcast, but before I got into the media, I was more attracted to the runway in the pageant field. And so I was more involved after being on the runway. A lot of people were like, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And yes, so after being on the runway, everybody like, listen, we seeing you presenting yourself on stage and all of that. I think it would be so good for you to get in the radio. And even before they said that, I thought about that as being a radio personality. So, but then they had a radio station on First Street, Crystal FM, where I was able to visit Crystal FM. And my colleague used to work there. It's called Master Prince Edward Stevens. So I was like, bro, I want to do radio. I want to do radio so bad. So it was my 12th grade year in Monrovia College. Yeah, and I have this very big sister who I still look up to. She's the mentor, Fizo. Fizo called me on the radio when she's working. She used to work at Kings FM. And she would say, listen, sit here and see how we work the board. And she would show me a few things to do, to be a real to be able to pronounce and do all of that. Yeah, you know, you have to, that's one of the key things. You have to know how to explore your language and all of that. So I visited her on radio, while she's on radio. Every time I leave school, after school on a Friday, I would visit her and pay attention. So in that process, she's like, listen, you're about to graduate from Monrovia College. So, go to a journalism school if you're not ready to go to university. So they had a journalism school called Jara International.
Okay, what was that Jara International?
It was on Benton Street. Yeah, right now I think it has some printing press there. It's not existing anymore. So I went to Jara International for like a year, practiced journalism.
So after you got to know Miss Lisa as your mentor, right. So after all those episodes of you trying to get to the journalism school, graduated from there, what happened next?
So what happened, I went back to Crystal FM and I submitted my documents of, being in the journalism school for a year. And but then the radio director they had, and he was so pleasant and so happy to have a young person, especially a female, to be working there. So that's how I was able to work with Crystal FM for a year. And then 2010, but then I've already seasoned into broadcast, and I know my way around. Right. That was how the rebirth of the
rebranding of
the surface. The introduction of Master Queen came about when Hot FM invited me to work with them. So that was 2010. So my revolution of radio broadcast started with Hot FM basically. Yeah.
Okay, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. You was once an employee at Carter FM, but in a space and time you got employed at Capital FM. Within the same year, you went back at Carter FM. Was there any form of misunderstanding?
No, misunderstanding, no. You know, it's not only about radio, being a person, you have to be able to go out there and explore. You know, I think other people see it as in I receive a lot of, interviews like, oh, you and Harrison have problem. No. There was an understanding between my institution and I. It was just like leaving from here after I stayed 6 years with Harrison. I like, okay, this year I want to go out there and explore, especially
a new working environment.
Yeah, I wouldn't have chosen any other radio station but Capital FM because the person who is managing Capital FM is one of my like mentor and father in the radio business. It's Chris Wallow. So I know Chris Wallow is somebody. It's like you leaving home to go for a training somewhere else and come back to explore what you've learned. I had the same learnings of Hard FM, but like I said,
it was a whole new family, it was a whole new working environment.
Right. So that's how I left Hard FM to go to Crystal FM.
Capital FM. After you left Hard FM, you went back
to Capital FM, yes. But it wasn't any misunderstanding. The main reason of me leaving for that year was just to explore my...
Capital FM happens to be the best options you had at that moment.
Yeah.
Okay, now. So if you were to grade on a scale from 1 to 10, the working environment with that of Hard FM and Capital FM, what would you say from 1 to 10 on the scale?
It's different. Let me be honest with you, it's different. Hard FM is my home, it's my family. I've been with them. I've been with them since 2010 and we're in 2011.
And they helped in your rebranding.
Right. The name Master Queen came from Hard FM.
But I'll actually love to hear that. Okay, now, you have been one of the strongest supporters of our Liberian music, especially with the artists. We're promoting them, always playing their song. What do you make of our Liberian entertainment industry now as compared to the last few years?
Right now, I will tell you our industry is rich. Our industry, the brand is out there compared to years before. So I think right now we have grown, but we still need more extension. But right now, when you compare into a few years back, our industry is very blessed, and I think our artists and our entertainment as a whole, the name is out there. When you travel right now, Liberian artists get an invitation to go perform in different parts of the world.
They have a lot of great
Yes, you're seeing people inviting radio, TV, television hosts to different occasions. So I think right now our industry is doing extremely well.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so you got a feature movie role, and that happens to be a movie that you traveled to Ghana to act that film. So now, how was it like for you acting with directors, producers, and actors you only get to see on TV, especially the African Mika boy joining you?
It was extremely beautiful. The experience was something that I forever remember in my life being an entertainer. Yes, when I went out there, the situation with me meeting people I've only seen on television, sitting in the same room with them for like 2 weeks, it was extra different. They welcomed me with an open arms, and I think that is one of my highlights for my whole career.
So within a movie, were you a supporting character or you were the lead cast in the movie?
Oh yeah, I was the lead cast.
Okay, so can you just give a hint about the movie?
I would love for you to see it, but I would just give you a little hint. Okay. I was like an interpreter, and I was also I was
a talking girl on the radio.
I talk a lot in the movie, and I played one of the big person who has a lot of money. But I don't want Liberian Stars views to get all of this. It's
no,
gonna
be LV.
Yeah.
We love to get
it's gonna be premiered in a few weeks.
LSVs we love to. Yeah. So let's get off the media aspect of your life for a while. Tell us about the man in your life. Anything about relationship.
Who? You said what?
Tell us about the man in your life.
You know, the thing about us being in the media eye is complicated when it comes to relationship. We get into relationship, sometimes things don't work out, and you have to focus on your brand, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing you have to sell you. So me being a radio, TV, and a business person for now, I'm very more focused on my career. Relationship is not.
We at LSVs would like to congratulate you on your new video, Booster Selling.
Thank you.
So what exactly are you doing for Booster Selling?
My position at Lone Star Cell MTN is to promote their new service they got going on, the Liberian Dollars promotion.
Okay, what's that about?
Yes, I love that. So they launched a campaign for the Liberian Dollars where, you know, nowadays everybody on social media. And me being one of the social media queens, and I'm particularly about our own thing, because even on the radio and TV, I want for us to get really comfortable with our own thing, be it movie, music, our own money, because we travel to other African countries. Nigeria, Ghana. If your parents send you $1,000 US, you go to the bank in Nigeria and Ghana, they're going to transfer everything into their money. Only in Liberia, you go to the bank, you're going to get it in US dollars.
Yeah, I think now they have 25% like
yes, which is not still enough. In Nigeria, that are always in Ghana, if you went to Ghana, you have people sending you money. Whether it's I don't know how many $1,000 US, you should carry hell of a bag that they're gonna give you. Yes, they will definitely give you the currency. So I'm always talking about that on the radio and television. So when MTN decided to launch this campaign, they couldn't think about anybody else but Master Queen. So it's $100 and $200 promotion. Nowadays you don't have to go and buy $5 scratch card to activate for the package. With the $200 liberty, you can be able to get 1.5 gigabyte, and that is huge. So right now my position at Lone Star Cell is to promote the Liberian Dollars campaign that is ongoing.
Okay, so is there any specific value code that one has to use?
Yes. If you only want the credits, we can give you 7,000 credits to call for $100. That's star 126 hash, and then you get the credit. If you're going for the gigabyte, which you want to get on the internet, get that star 126 star 1, and you enter the number you want.
Okay, that's a good thing, and I'm happy that you
then you have 1.5 megabyte. You'll be browsing all day on just $200. That is so cheap.
Excellent.
Yeah,
that's quite good.
Yeah.
Okay, people. Remember now you are watching the LSV's 101, and I am your host Curtis Carney Itoka, and my guest happens to be the amazing Master Queen. We take a short break to be right back because we have more G's in store for you.
Yeah.
Welcome back to LSV's 101. I am your host Curtis Carney Itoka, and my guest is none but the amazing Master Queen. Okay, so Master Queen, what do you think about the Lila Brothers today? What do you think about the environment?
Yes, way before we had this interview, Lila's Brown is one of the best places that I come to eat and have fun with friends. The environment, as you can see, the environment is very beautiful. The food is good. Too bad you wasn't able to see the food, but I just had a grilled chicken and fried rice. Ooh, trust me, it was great. And this drink right here is one of Lila's Brown favorite. What I love about it is our own natural refined drink, the King Juice mix. You don't want to try this when you come to Liberia. It's so beautiful. So Lila's Brown is just one of the places.
So now, of recent, but every picture you post on your social media, there's a hashtag. And that hashtag happens to be the Girl Code. So tell me about it. Is that a project that you're working on? What is the Girl Code project about?
Yeah, so LSV, you know, we who people see right now on social media, like we have the spotlights on us. It was difficult coming up.
Okay.
And at some point we did things on our own without family being involved. With us, without having a mentor to mentor you in certain ways. So now seeing myself, I have the opportunity when I'm on the radio to speak to thousands of people. I have the opportunity to go to events to be a guest speaker. I have people who listen to me daily, be it radio and TV. So, and in that same situation, I feel like our young women and girls have been living in a dark world when it comes to abuse. I've visited schools. People have called me to a certain community to see kids, the kind of life they live in, and especially with the new trend on Facebook with guys releasing nude picture and videos of our young sisters.
That is so humiliating.
This is one of the reasons why I put my time. I'm about to launch this campaign this campaign, I'm working in hands with the Female Lawyers Association.
That's great. That's
Yes, to bring to book all of the people who are behind sharing people's music. It's not bad. You can be in love and have fun with your spouse. You know, it doesn't mean your private life to come to public. That is totally wrong. You can be wherever you are. Right now, I can tell you, I have 2 cases on my desk that I've presented to the Female Lawyers Association, and we're going through the case. Because people call me daily. People, give me reports, or sometimes, things are happening with young girls. So the best way I can even help this is to legalize this, to have a foundation or project where I'll be able to take care of women and girls. But this one, I'm going to be going to schools in Monrovia every Friday to speak to women and girls from 11th grade to 12th grade. The reason why I chose the 2 classes because 11th grade, 12th grade, you're about to leave high school. I want to educate you that you're about to step outside. You should know what you're about to face. Yes, so you can be able to prepare yourself. So visiting schools around town, I will have mentors, mentees with me, who will be able to speak. Yes, I will have a day to come, I will have a doctor. A day to come, I will have
a lawyer.
I will have a radio broadcaster. People, because in the same field, leaving high school, you have a career you want to go and study.
So you also guiding them.
Yes. Basically, Girl Code Liberia is to help mentor and put our girls into a business.
So you actually going to talk to children whose parents want them to be a lawyer or a doctor, but they don't have that willingness to be one. They have other dreams that they want to go after.
Like I said, the inspiration came from different directions. When I visited orphanage homes and when I visited SPS schools, every year they have a career day program. So this year I was invited as one of the guest speaker, and I was talking about, because since I'm in the media, I was able to talk about, how is it important for a female to be able to be in the media, because most people see radio or television work to be basically they see it that way, but it feels like it's a man thing, So, and what really got me surprised, after I talked to the kids at the school, most of them, the parents want them to be a lawyer or doctor, but deep down in themselves, they want to be in the media. So after that, they took my number and they were able to ask questions. What if your parents say you should do this and you want to do it? What should you do? I said, listen, have your parents support, but make them to understand at the end of the day, it's going to be you. So by then they were able to understand the importance of being a radio personality. So Girl Code Liberia is to help mentor and stand by the side of our girls and women in our society.
That's great. So on behalf of LSVs, I would like to say that we will pledge our support to you and to your project. We will support you whenever you need us. Just call us and we will be there.
Thank you so much.
And then concerning your LIB top 10 video on FM, why did you decide to make Logic by CJ number 3 or number 5 video of the week? I totally disagree with that.
No, because you know why? When the top 10 video comes down, I always love to involve the audience. So during the week, we give our numbers out that the fans can vote for their favorite videos. So every video that you see me put on the top 10 is not from me. Yes, from the fans. So seeing Boss Shake and tell me, man, Boss Shake is one of the hottest songs playing on the radio, and the video is great, So the fans voted it to be at spot number 3 this week, and hey, congratulations to CJ.
So now bringing back to the Mask 231 show on Hyper. Last time you worked with Uzi and Krista on your team. So how did that go? How was the
trust me. In the hip-hop world, it's something major all over the world, especially in the big war, America. You see hip-hop artists going against each other. But guess what? It paid off though. When they released their disc record, you get a lot of money from out of that. Cozy and Christoph, the rap game is dope. The lyrics is on point. But I really wanted it to stop because they're not getting anything from it. Liberian people ain't ready to pay for a beef record. They will only be like, okay, he talk about everything, he said here, he said this, but it's gonna be like that. And I think the industry is still growing. We don't need that kind of vibe right now. We need to get more nurture and work before we go against. I'm not even telling anybody to go against, but it's normal in the hip hop world. But the two artists, the bars and punchline is dope. But I thank God that everything is over the good. They have 2 records right now out together, so it's amazing. You know, check it out on YouTube.
Okay, I'll do just that. Okay, so now, where do you see your career in the next 5 years? Do we expect you to be an actor, a professional, or that, or back into fashion, or what would that be?
Trust me, 5 years from now, I want to be in everything. That's why I'm not stopping anytime soon.
Okay,
I want to be. When you go on YouTube, when you go on YouTube to check for movie, you're gonna see me.
As an actress,
when you go on the billboard, you're driving around the streets, you're gonna see me. When you turn on the radio, you're gonna see me. You switch on the television, you're gonna see me. If you even go to the office, you're gonna see me behind the desk. I'm gonna be all over. So 5 years from now, one of the major moves I'm about to make, and I'm so happy that Liberian Stars is going to carry the news first. So I'm about to open a modern, massive, creative, something that we Liberians have never seen before. I'm about to open the first productive production studio.
Wow, congratulations!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm so excited we're going to be the first person to carry the interview.
What else is better to carry it in Liberian Stars?
I know Liberian Stars views there. Okay, so just before your final question, I have this little game that I want us to play. It's called the LSV's One-on-One. You are going to put your hand into this board and you're going to do 3 picks.
Okay.
And when you pick the question, you give it to me and I ask you. And you say the first thing that comes to your mind, just simple and silent in front. I know my situation, but I know Sister, but I think you're going to enjoy it. So you can pick your first
Okay. Hope I'm stepping into the safe zone.
That's great.
Oh, you got to open it. Alright.
Ah, okay, this one, it's kind of great. If you see Cardi B in person, what would be the first thing that comes to your mind? If you have to be
You know I'm strange.
Alright.
First thing, that's what I like about her. Like, she's so natural.
Okay, but so now you can have your second pick. Ooh.
I think I like this game.
That's great. Wow. This one is not a little bit public. So tell me, what's the first thing you do in the morning? Very first thing you do.
I pray. That's the God of pray.
So what's another prayer line from your prayer that you say at night?
Printing my 5 hours I leave my house.
Hallelujah, amen.
I have to pray for direction.
That's good. So now the last one.
Okay. Alright. Okay, this one would be very good.
So tell me, how do you like it? Does this one happen to something? Yes, I do like that.
My man, I love a tough guy. Tough in a way, like, I love a productive person. Because I don't want to be the only person that's going to be working all day. So you should be productive. That's the number one thing that attracts into a guy.
Okay, so chocolate or vanilla?
Of course, chocolate, baby.
Ah, so you like your man that kind of chocolate.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate or the more little girl yogurt?
No, I love that chocolate. I don't mind. Yeah.
Okay, what's what happened? This little
Oh, so I passed all of my...
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Stuff a bit later.
No problem.
Over there you have tomatoes, they are going tomatoes over there. And right here is where they have their nursery. Oh wow. So before we end the interview, is there anything that you would like to say to your friends out there?
Oh yes, I have a lot to say a little bit. Firstly, I want to say big thank you to Liberian Stars for this. Yes, for this great platform. You know, it's not only about interviewing me. We have a lot of information out there that needs to be heard and seen by people all around the world. For example, look at this beautiful place. You know, people need to see the culture of our, you know, of what we live with. And so to my fans out there, remember, when it comes to Meskora, the first thing that comes to your mind is entertainment, supporting our arts and culture. Never get tired supporting our Liberian music, our movies, and everything that has to do with our arts and culture. And I'm very sure you're going to see me here again. So I wish everybody a great day.
Okay, people, this is how we come to the end of this exclusive interview with Liberia's most awarded media personality, DJ Master Queen. On behalf of my team and I would like to say a big thank you to Lila Brown for having us here today. And I so love the environment because it promotes nature. And Master Queen, thank you ever so much for being my guest on the very first episode.
Oh, the first episode?
Yeah, this is the very, very first episode of LSV One. I'm so glad that you were my first guest.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.